Fred Jackson Show on WBBZ-TV. Sponsored by Buffalo Wine and Brew, Transit Road, Depew. Brew beer, make wine. The Buffalo Roadhouse Grill, Niagara Falls Boulevard near the 290, where the Buffalonians roam. Duville College, educating for life. On the Rocks Liquor, Discount Liquors, Bailey Avenue, Buffalo. And Reimer Heating and Air Conditioning with the Wizard of Comfort and your hometown comfort professionals. Now, from the WBBZ-TV studio at the Eastern Hills Mall, it's time for the Fred Jackson Show with running back Fred Jackson and co-host Bob Kuczynski.
Welcome to the Fred Jackson Show, the 2014 edition. It's our third season. We're starting, Fred, and we got a great show lined up for tonight because tonight's very special guest will be free safety Aaron Williams is in the house, Fred's first guest. And new to the Fred Jackson Show this year, we have from 97 Rock, DJ Dave Jixter will be in the studio with us this year. And get your Twitter and Facebook because Brad Gelman is back, ladies and gentlemen. Go to @WBBZ FS Jackson and send in your questions, and Brad will get. Let's hear it for Brad Gelber. Okay, we've got a new set this year, and I'm sitting a little farther away from Fred because once he demonstrated that stiff arm yesterday, I don't want to just have a nervous reaction. Fred, we couldn't have scripted it much better. And I know that today in the Chicago Bears film session, the guy with the green, with the paper bag over his head was safety Chris Conti because you treated him like a rag doll for 20 yards on that play. Just a tremendous play. Tell us what went through your mind, starting with the handoff and what you saw.
Well, when you see you're one-on-one with the safety, that means our offensive line and receivers are doing a tremendous job down the field. And anytime you get one-on-one with the safety, you got to make him pay. And, it's one of those things where you try and figure out what moves you want to do. And what I decided to do was use the stiff arm. And, I got him the first time, and he came back for second, so I had to finish the job.
And if Bosick doesn't come through at the very last half second, you're in the end zone.
Yeah, and you got to give him credit for chasing the ball down. And, it would have been a sweeter run, I think, if I'd have scored a touchdown on it.
Well, Fred, it was very impressive for the oldest running back in the NFL. They must have used that moniker with you 4 times during the game. I think that's what you're going to be wearing all this season. You certainly didn't look like the oldest running back yesterday.
Yeah, I kind of said it to, some of the local media. I may be old, but I can still play. And, then I thought about it. I'm not really that old if you think about it. I'm only 33, and outside of football, 33 really isn't that old.
No.
So. But it is what it is. It's something to be proud of. If you can say you're the oldest running back in the NFL, I think that's something you can be proud of.
Well, being in my late 30s, I could identify with that, and I know. Fred made some old man comments about me earlier a couple weeks ago. We're probably the oldest tandem doing a player show in the NFL.
Without a doubt.
Well, it's because of you, not because of me.
I'm the oldest in the game.
That's
so.
right, you are. Yeah. But, you're in great shape. Okay, let's talk about you beat a Bears team in Chicago. The Bills franchise has never won a football game in Chicago, which is really kind of hard to believe. You start out, you get off to a quick start. You got a 10-point halftime lead. Third quarter goes against you. Fourth quarter, this team regroups, and there's talk now about a different feel before the game in the locker room and a different feel on the sidelines.
Yeah, and what it is we have to remain composed and poised, and that's what we were able to do. Playing a team like Chicago at home is definitely one of those things that you're going to have to remain, out there with some poise and expect them to make plays. And when they make plays, you just have to be able to come back and do it yourself. So our defense did a tremendous job all day, creating turnovers, creating negative plays. And it's on us as on an offense to go out there and take advantage of that. And we're able to do so. Like I said, they get paid to play too. They're going to make plays. It's just on us to come back and respond to that.
Let's take a look at some statistics from the game. The one thing that sticks out is that the running game, it may have worked in spurts. Chicago got a lot of stats. They got, almost twice as many yards. But the turnovers is a key stat there. Both you and CJ almost identical carries and yards, although, big 37 yards at the end of your game. turnovers, Marv Levy used to say, you win the turnover battle, the chances are in the NFL you're going to win the game. Those 3 turnovers were very critical to that victory yesterday.
Yeah, and that was something that we were, extremely focused on going into the game. We know that, in this game, everybody's talented, and it's going to be the small plays that come down to who wins it. And when you think about turnovers, that's an opportunity you're taking away from yourself. And if you're getting turnovers, that's an opportunity, more opportunities you create for yourself. So that was something we were definitely focused on. We knew going into the game that Cutler was, known to throw interceptions. So our defense was excited about that, and they created 2 interceptions and a fumble and a forced fumble. So hats off to them, and we just got to be able to take advantage of those.
E.J. Manuel gave a talk to the team apparently Saturday night. There was a lot made about the fact that E.J. was not voted in as a captain, but he seemed to have taken control Saturday, at least from the position of quarterback. How much effect did that have with a guy, and even a guy like you who's been around for a long time?
Yeah, if you think about it, one of the guys on your team that's supposed to be a leader is a quarterback, and I don't think it's a knock against him that he wasn't voted a captain. We just have, a lot of guys on the team that have been around for a while. So. But for him to stand up, he stood up in front of the offense and said, what kind of offense do we want to be? What kind of team is it that we want to be? And take that to heart, and that's what we did. As a team, we responded, and we went out and played well.
Okay, we're going to take a break. Coming back, Aaron Williams will join us on the set. The debut of the Fred Jackson Show. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more.